Well, so like we were talking about last week, like the different markets and if it's worth showing up for, and it really is each individual person's what works for them. Like we both have done lots of markets, and one vendor will show up and make $200 and
be happy as a clam.
And then the next one shows up and makes $200 and is pissed off at everybody and their uncle because that's not worth showing up for. So I think the more we can talk about these things for each individual, it helps everyone feel more comfortable. The more we can communicate. That's like for me, for a good show, whether it's a farmer's market or an art show or a music festival or whatever, I've done all of them. We say 10 to 1. So if for every dollar you spend doing the show, you expect $10. So if the show costs you $100, you expect to do $1,000 there. And I heard that from an artist years ago. At this point, I probably was 18 or 19 when I heard that, maybe a little bit older than that. And that's always been a good metric for me, because that helps, inflation, show prices go up, but you're expecting to make more. So, and I've certainly had shows where I've done that or more. And then one of my farmers markets last year, I did $27, which was probably worse than zeroing. So yeah, it's just, I think that's the same for artists with that success stuff we were talking about last week too, right? Like,
and I think it's important to know where your art belongs. Where are you? I like, for myself, taking my 2-foot by 3-foot canvas paintings into a farmer's market would be, there's no success going to happen there. I may sell one during the season. Right.
And for some artists that might be success.
Right, and that may be success. But that's not really the right location for that product.
It's a lot of hustle for
what I'm doing. However, if I did greeting cards or if I did little cute prints of farm animals and that type of stuff, it's a wonderful venue for you, and you can build up that clientele base.
Right. That's, I think, where it's all the choice.
Right, it's all the choice.
It's good to try things and then decide what works for you.
Right.
Instead of thinking it's a one size fits all.
Yeah, it is definitely not a one size fits all.
No. Yeah, I think you were saying recently, like, a lot of the artists we meet aren't necessarily traditional people that want traditional kind of job and career. So that's one of the wonderful things about it is you can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.